What's up, guys? This right here is the boy band Behemoth, the fishnet crusader, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mikey B. And you are about to watch Drinking at Moe's.
This is Drinkin at Mo's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Mo's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Mo's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, oh it's a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Moe's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome to Drinking a Mo's. Big Mo here. You know the drill. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good shit, because YouTube's algorithm continues to be a pain in the ass. We're most places you can find the audio podcast too, so don't forget about those. Today, I'm excited to have with me part of MPX. Got some big stuff going on. Mikey B, how you doing?
I'm great, Mo. How you doing, man?
Oh, I can't complain. I'll warn you, I love my Dr. Pepper, but it gives me the burps like crazy. So if a burp slips out in the middle of recording, I mean that it happens.
I'll try to ignore it. I'll try to ignore it.
All right, we'll try. But yeah, I can't complain. I got some good stuff coming up. I got most of February already scheduled. I need to get a jump on March now.
Should. You have to.
Oh yeah. But first thing I like to start off with everybody with when they first come on the show, what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make that leap into the business?
So it started several years ago. Starting into wrestling has always been my dream ever since I was a kid. Ever since I was a child in the second grade, I grew up and I was like, man, this is the coolest thing ever. Seeing John Cena versus JBL and all these heroes and all these real life heroes that you're like, wow, this is what I want to do when I grow up. And fast forward a few years later, and I'm I find a show. I find a show to go to and enjoy. MPX was my very first show, live show. Um, and it was the best thing ever. Even after that, started going to WWE events and all that. But MPX, you definitely find a different rhythm and a different feeling and atmosphere to the indie scene, to the wrestling scene. It's not like going to a show. It's not like going to a WWE show. You go to MPX and you get up and close with these people and you see these superheroes live and in person, and you're there 10 feet away from you. And then now here I am. Now 5 years deep into the business, and now here we are. And now I am the superhero. It's great. It's great. It's a great feeling.
Oh yeah, and you mentioned it right there during some stuff you were just saying, that jumping in and independent wrestling, there's something special about it, because you do get that much closer and paying about sometimes more than half, well, some lot less than half of what you would pay going to WWE or even AEW show, and sitting just as close.
Right. You definitely do. You know, you go to one of those shows, and I'm not to downgrade those shows. Those shows are great, and
Oh yeah.
it's also just in a different atmosphere of its own. There's something different about it, and you always hear the stories about. That's the thing is like you always get these people, and they come along. You're a wrestler. It's great. It's great. I remember watching the Von Erichs in the Sportatorium in Fort Worth, and so if that is that key memory for them at that age. You know, you've already had all these other people and all these other wrestlers, the Hulk Hogan's and the Ric Flairs, and you had all that. And then these people's key memory is the Von Erichs and the Sportatorium. I want it to be that way here at MPX. You know, I want 50 years from now, people saying, I used to go to Bedford, Texas, and at 510 Harwood Road, and I used to watch these shows at MPX, and that's where I fell in love with wrestling because that's what you hear nowadays. And, you know, Sportatorium's all torn down now. So there's only one home for Texas wrestling right here in Dallas. It's,
Oh yeah.
it's Metroplex Wrestling, man, all the way.
Oh yeah. No, and Metroplex, they got a excuse me. Oh, yeah. There we go.
You did mention these. I was ready. I was ready for these calls.
Yeah, no, I told you. But Metroplex, they do have a pretty great thing going there because I mentioned it with a few others in the roster that, you know, most places on the independents, it's, you know, once a month. You guys, MPX, it's once a week. And like, definitely does a lot towards preparing you for if you want to make that leap onto the national TV scene, you know, being prepared for that once a week sort of grind on it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, and that's something that you get out of this promotion. That's different from any other promotion that you're going to find in Texas. I I like to travel around. I do travel Texas. I've been to Arkansas. I've been to East Texas. I've been to West Texas. I've been all around, right? I've been relatively, right? But something that you don't see, and it's the professionalism and the atmosphere again that you see at MPX.
Hmm.
It is a weekly show. It is a weekly episodic. If you go every week, there's storylines and there's key moments that that you can be like, oh wow, I remember that last time we came. And I think there's even a better aspect of it if you do miss a show or you miss 3 shows or you come back in 6 months, you can see stuff again that you're like, oh yeah, I remember this guy, he was here last time, but you don't see that in other promotions. You don't go to West Texas or South, you don't go an hour, Houston, right? You don't see these places that are running with these same people almost every single time. You have your champions, you have all that, but running a consistent storyline over and over is it's unmatched, and that's why I fell in love with MPX. It's kind of something completely different that you're never going to find. I mean,
Oh,
it's
for
great.
sure. And I know MPX, not only did they got something that we'll be talking about here in a little bit, but they also, heck, just as of this recording, I think last week had that big news, the combination show there with Ring of Honor, Global Wars coming up. Like, I saw the news of that. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
That's ginormous. It's great news for MPX. It's, you didn't really, if you saw that announcement come out, you didn't really see very many other promotions involved in that. Um, you saw Metroplex Wrestling, and that's huge news for us. That's and I want to always put this out here, and this is out to all the wrestlers, and this is out to the people that are booked on MPX, and this is the people. I feel like if you're not wrestling on that show, you got to work on yourself. You got to work on getting better. Almost, this is a bar that's set. This is a bar that can't be reached with anyone else, and this is a phenomenal opportunity for all wrestlers of any kind to get that brand exposure. There's plenty of amazing talent in this DFW area, and it's hard to branch all that out. There's several other promotions out here, but teaming up with Ring of Honor is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. It's something that you just wouldn't even see or you wouldn't even think of when you start practicing 5 years ago, in this ring, and you're like, man, yeah, we're gonna be collabing a show with the ROH, and it's a dream come true.
Oh, for sure.
There's
I
several people out there.
Yeah, and the amount of talent, the talent combined, both MPX Ring of Honor, is just the pool of possibilities there for matches for that show is insane, and I'm loving it. I'm so excited for it.
Unmatched, and that's something that I've always seen, and in the years of wrestling, you see these amazing talent come through. You see all the great people that you're like, man, this guy has it. This guy has what it takes, and it's finally great to actually put on a platform, on a pedestal, that talent, and I can name names, I can throw names out there, and but I'm sure if you watch the show, you know who I'm talking about. These wrestlers are great athletes and great talent, and I think that's just a huge opportunity for them.
Oh yeah, and like you have been kind of a staple there with MPX since what 2021, right?
Yes, 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, that's and they have their solid their I guess big four that well probably more than that, but they have their big shows like they're super huge ones like we were talking about before we recorded that I'd been interviewing people for MPX going to the Purge, and the big one they got coming up is the Texas Rumble, and the Rumble style matches I've mentioned with others. Some of my favorite events on anybody's calendar. Like I remember growing up and going to the video rental places and getting the Royal Rumble VHS tapes and DVDs and stuff. And
VHS. Okay. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm 83. I was born in 83. So like yeah, yes, I can agree with my wife here. Yeah, I'm fucking old.
Oh, hey, man, I get it. I get it. I remember the VHS, man. It was what my dad used. So listen, the Texas Rumble, man. This is huge, right? Every time the Texas Rumble comes around, this is a huge opportunity. Again, man, and MPX is the road to opportunity. You have so many things, and you actually get to go to the Texas Rumble where there's so many surprises and there's so many great matches. It's not just one big Rumble, dude. You have amazing main event matches. You have amazing other stuff going on to the show, and the Texas Rumble is a huge, huge event, and it's actually my personal favorite. So you best believe I'm going to be there. You best believe I'm planning on winning that thing, and I'm actually going to take it. So you're right. Rewind a little bit. You said I've been a staple there at MPX. You're correct. Mikey B has been a staple, and one very famous line was, "If you don't adapt, you perish." Right, and so
Mm.
something along those lines of the 5 years, you keep adapting, you keep renovating yourself and being something better, something that you want to see every single week. And Mikey B is that thing. Mikey B is going to be at the Texas Rumble. Mikey B is going to win the Texas Rumble. I'm just throwing spoilers now, man. I'm just throwing spoilers at you. It's going to be a huge show, huge opportunity, and whoever is the MPX champion, that's my goal. That's my
Oh yeah.
goal right there. That main MPX championship. I'm a three-time Addicts champion, which is the it's also a very important title at MPX. But that main championship is what you're always wanting. That's what you want to get your hands on.
Oh yeah.
Winning the Texas Rumble is always a bucket list thing to do. And
Oh yeah.
I came very close last year, and I think this year, hey, we can only get better. We can only succeed.
Oh, for sure. No. Okay, so two things here that came up with excuse me you're no stranger with. One, the Texas Rumble match. You've been, I think it's been every year but that 2021, if I remember,
Hmm.
if I'm looking it up. And you've been in there that's the lovely thing with some of the working relationships MPX has. You've been in there in the Texas Rumble with, there's some pretty sizable names here, from Sam Stackhouse to Shane Taylor to Rich Swann, Tommy Dreamer. Like, some guys, they've been there on the huge stages and getting to mix it up, even if there's quite a few other people in there.
You're right.
You're
Yeah,
still in there
you
with them.
are. You're right. And I mean, I think if you ask the same guys, you ask those guys that, hey man, you got the opportunity to be in the ring with Mikey B, and they'll be just as astonished. But it is a, again, how many times am I gonna say it? A land of opportunity, and even just to share a locker room with these people, much less just be in the ring with them. And again, larger than life figures. You grow up watching Tommy Dreamer, and then you're punching him in the face the next week. So Rich Swann, amazing talent, in and out of the ring, and again, next thing you know, you're clubbing him in the back. You're trying to toss him over the rope. You're trying to kind of elevate your career to his level, or even higher. And it's just one of those things that's just the pure genius of it is great. The
Oh,
opportunity of it is there. And who knows who's going to show up this year?
you never know. That's
We're
the
God,
the WWE's Rumble has been a little bit lacking in the surprise departments as of late.
you don't see. And then again, the different atmosphere of actually being there, and you're maybe 30 feet from these people. You're 30
Yeah,
feet from Tommy Dreamer. He's right there in the ring, and he gets thrown out of the ring. You're right there.
yeah.
And it's just a different feel altogether. The Royal
Oh,
Rumble's
sure.
great. The Texas Rumble is always something that you have to go to and have to check it off your bucket list, man.
Oh yeah. Heck, I
About
need to, one of these times that Texas Rumble comes around, I need to make the damn trip down there. But you brought up Rich Swann. You can't see it up top, but like, I got a bunch of my signed wrestling figures up there. I never buy them already signed. I'm like taking the figure and actually going to the person. I got a funny story with my Rich Swann one. I was at a Revolver show and I was a little bummed out because I had 3 figures to get signed and they weren't out there for the meet and greet before, and I wasn't seeing them out there during intermission. So I was a little bummed. I was getting ready to turn around, walk out to my car. 2 feet behind me is Rich Swann.
one, yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, shit, okay.
Super cool. I'm glad you got that signature, man. I'm glad you
Oh,
got that signature.
oh yeah.
He's a,
I'm
um, he's an amazing guy.
oh,
Amazing guy. One of my former tag team partners, actually, before the show. I want to say it was this past week or 2 weeks ago. Rich Swann was actually at MPX, and
yeah, you are.
he had an incredible triple threat match. That was probably one of the best matches I've watched in some time. Um, Phenomenal match that went on there for the MPX title. And but my former tag team buddy stole my phone, walks around, takes selfies with everybody in the locker room, and boom, there's a big old picture of Rich Swann just and it's cool to have. And I was like, wow, okay, I guess I have this picture of my buddy and Rich Swann in my phone. It was taken off my phone, which is super.
I actually have a picture with Rich Swann that I actually got him to also sign this. That funny enough happened to be the night of my bachelor party. My
Jew.
The guy that was my best man.
Yeah.
He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He's actually made at least one appearance actually in the ring at Revolver, and just so happened that night was a Revolver show in Des Moines, Iowa, which is like 2.5 hours from me. We were at lunch and he's like, "You want to go to Revolver?" I'm like, okay.
Yeah, why not, dude?
Why not? And then Rich Swann happened to be there. He was the TNA or Impact X Division champion at the time, so he's holding up and like making one of those goofy faces. I'm like, oh yeah, lots of good memories with Rich Swann.
Cool guy, dude. Cool guy. Love seeing him. Love being booked on a show with him. Love sharing a locker room, man. We say what's up like we've known each other for years.
Yeah, I love it.
Great.
Now, the other thing that you're not a stranger with is holding titles. You mentioned multi-time uh, MPX Addicts Champion. Now, those that are consistently there at MPX, that obviously they know what the Addicts title is all about. But for those that will be tuning and listening in, what explain the Addicts title there?
It's I find it one of the more prestigious titles to hold. I find it an honor to be able to hold it multiple times and three-time Addicts Champion. Being that is a phenomenal feat. And I don't remember all my matches in my career. I've had well over, I would say, probably 500 matches at least in my career everywhere in Texas. Um, but I remember every single time I won that Addicts title. I remember everything that happened that night, and it's a different title. It's a different title that needs meaning, and you bring meaning by holding that title. By holding that title, you represent the addicts. That is our fan base. That is the people that show up that make MPX. It's you can argue that we can have a show every single week, but we can't have the show without the addicts. And so holding that title, being the workhorse of that show means the world. And holding that title three times gives me meaning that I am the workhorse at MPX Wrestling. I would love to hold it again. I would love to carry that title into relevancy and really make people know and bring it to the main attraction of the show. Holding that main title is great. By all means, the world title is awesome. But dude, if you hold that addicts title and you're representing these addicts, you are their champion now. You are their champion. You are their voice. You are their reason to be there and the reason that they buy a ticket, and I think there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling in the world than to hold that and be the reason that you are there. Yeah, people are going to remember that, right? So
Oh yeah,
it's a workhorse title that
for sure.
definitely deserves to be there.
And you got me thinking of something there when you're talking about holding the heavyweight title there at MPX obviously means a lot because that's the top title. But the addicts title still meaning a ton. You're the workhorse, the addicts, the fan base. Got me thinking of making the addicts title on the same level, if not to some people, more than the heavyweight title, in the same way that I remember Paul Heyman talking about when RVD had the ECW television title, where he held it for that long period of time, and people wondering, oh, are they gonna go head to head with the world champion, and that same being on that same level?
Right, right. Yeah, I mean it's true. And I think it is a different level. It's one of those titles that you bring relevancy yourself, and being there in that scenario is second to none because you just again holding the world title is great, but holding the Addicts championship is something different. That means the company trusts you to actually believe in you, to carry that and elevate talent and be that person, that bar, right? So
Oh,
I think it's an amazing opportunity, and me doing it three times is a phenomenal feat, and I plan on doing it way more than three times.
yeah.
I'm only a few years into my career, and I have plenty more in my future.
Oh, oh yeah. Now another uh, Royal Rumble, Texas Rumble type of thing that, I've had the shot collar thing for MPX explained to me a little bit, and I saw that you were recently in a shot collar battle royal, which, Texas Rumble, the over the top rope sort of thing, battle royals, the same sort of mentality there, but the shot collar battle royal, how to explain that one to those outside of the MPX area?
outside of the MPX. So I have never had very good luck with the shot collar opportunity. Unfortunately, every time it definitely seems to turn its back on me. But the shot collar battle royal was kind of something different. It definitely was a little warm up to the Texas Rumble in a couple months. But so you get eliminated by being over the top rope, and once you passed a certain threshold on the entrance ramp, you could not be brought back in. And once you got eliminated, fans could actually offer cash, $10 of their own cash to bring that wrestler back in. So say if you love someone so much and your favorite wrestler just got eliminated and thrown over the rope, then you can buy them back in. We ran a free show, which was outstanding. It was crowded. It was all the way to the walls. Everyone was there, and everybody had their $10 ready. And being a part of that match was incredible because everybody is there and they have their money. This is the reason that they're here, right? So being a part of that and was phenomenal. But being eliminated and actually being brought back in, I'm actually a ginormous heel there. Very hated. I find that crowd likes my thing right now is I wear fishnets to the ring. I wear fishnet to the ring and I cover one nipple. And I don't know if this just bothers the crowd or what. Whatever, these addicts can't stand the fact that I cover one nipple. I don't know if it's just because they're weird. I think it's because they're weird and they want to see both nipples, but they always cheer for my nipple tape to be ripped off every single week. And it drives me mad. I yell at them. I call them weirdos. I say they should be ashamed of themselves for wanting to see my nipples. They don't deserve both nipples. Okay. No one deserves both nipples. I'm only going to cover one. Don't ask me why. It's just my thing. Okay. You don't deserve two nipples. You don't need to see two nipples. Right. So look, when I get tossed out of the ring, I was like, I'm done. I'm gone. I'm going to be eliminated. Nobody wants to see me come back. Everybody, actually, the first way I was eliminated was somebody ripped my nipple tape off, twisted my nipples, and threw me out. So, so it's funny now, right? But
Yeah, funny looking back on it.
funny now, right? Yeah. So I get eliminated, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to be brought back. But listen, there's people there that love you and love me to see me come back in. So they paid the $10 every single time. It was a great match. It was a wonderful match. Eventually, it's a very long drawn match because people just keep getting brought back in.
I
Everybody,
was gonna say.
I don't know how, but everybody has an infinite amount of $10 bills where they just keep throwing their favorite wrestler back in, and I just keep beating them up and tossing them out. So it was a great opportunity. We had a lot of very young talent in there. A lot of people that are either in their first year or second year, and maybe even third year of wrestling, and uh, getting to share the ring and being almost the veteran, if you will, in that match was great. And I came down to the final two, which in the final two, nobody could bring you back. So once you made it to the final two, whoever gets eliminated, and that's it. And they cannot bring you back in, even though multiple people wanted to bring me back in. I know they did. They wanted to see these. They wanted to see at least one nipple. They wanted to see him come back and wanted to see me in there, but I tripped on the apron, and the wrestler Dalton Gray got lucky, a very lucky man, and eliminated me. So it was a very opportune match, and it was great to see. It was great to be in.
Oh yeah, no, definitely sounds like a fun time. Like, good lord, making me just want to be at more MPX shows, but Lord, no, with the travel and all that shit.
Worth it, man. It's worth it. It's all worth it. We are also, and that's actually a really cool thing. You bring that up, you being over there in Nebraska. Now listen, like we do have a Twitch. We do have a Twitch at Metroplex Wrestling, and if you go on there, you can watch our shows weekly. If you subscribe, you can watch the full show. Sometimes we do air the full show. Sometimes we only air half the show. But it is an opportunity to see MPX from a different platform and to actually watch it worldwide and watch it countrywide and watch it wherever you are. If you can't be there that week, you can actually still support Metroplex Wrestling by watching. You can comment, see other people's comments. Usually aren't nice comments for me, but that's okay. I don't read them. I don't want to read them. I don't want to see those. Who needs all the hate in their life? So it is an opportune thing that you can always watch on Twitch.
Oh, for sure. Now, I have two categories here, kind of round stuff off. First one's a bit of a name game where I name off some people. You give me some quick thoughts on them. So I try to theme it towards the guests as much as possible. And, Texas, I figure each of these people, big, be from Texas or build from Texas at least. First one, my all-time favorite, probably the one wrestler that would actually get me starstruck to the point that I probably wouldn't get a word out. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oof. He's great. He's great. I wouldn't put him on my Mount Rushmore, but I think he's amazing. And if he had more time in the ring, he probably would be on the Mount Rushmore.
He is. I gotta say, he is my favorite. I mean, hell, I got his beer's fucking delicious. But
I've never had it.
He's got his own spot on my collection wall back here.
You're gonna have to clear out one of those for me, man. You're gonna have to clear out at least one spot for Mikey B.
Hell, I can find a spot.
Hey man, I got bobbleheads, I got fishnets, I got nipple tape, whatever you need, I got it.
I don't know.
Hey man,
I'm kind of hair
That's okay.
chested.
That's okay, man. Everybody can wear nipple tape, man. It's all right.
I wear nipple tape. It would look like that movie 40-Year-Old Virgin where he's getting waxed. He's like, Kelly Clarkson.
Well, what are you gonna do? Just walk around with your nipples out like a weirdo? No, man, you gotta cover them up.
No, that's why I wear a shirt.
What if you're at the pool, man? What if you're at the pool? You wear a shirt at the pool?
No, no.
See, this is the time where you need to invest in some nice nipple tape.
No.
Mikey B nipple tape would be phenomenal in your collection.
It's okay. We'll go with that. Yeah. Now, next person he's obviously a Hall of Famer. He is doing big things behind the scenes with NXT right now. HBK Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, dude. He was. I'm really upset because I got to see him. I did see him in his prime. And you can argue which prime. But I got to see him back in '05 and beyond, and he had one of the greatest matches ever with Ric Flair. I think he's amazing. I think he's the best storyteller there is in professional wrestling. I would actually put him up there as the top storyteller, and that's what wrestling is. This is an art. This is a show that you can put on for anybody, and whether they're a wrestling fan or not, you can always put on that Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair and then actually get a good sense of feeling. Or you can just put on any shot, Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. You can always put that on and you get this sense of a feel. And that's what wrestling's about. And Shawn Michaels was the greatest doing it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, next up, recently made the move up to the main roster, Jordan Grace.
Oh, outstanding athlete. Outstanding. Hands down, outstanding. And I think absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah. I still remember her coming out at the Royal Rumble with the Knockouts title, and I almost put that above when Mickie James came out with that same title,
Yeah.
only because, yes, Mickie James was the first, but she also had those previous WWE ties.
Right.
Jordan
Right.
Grace didn't at that time.
Absolutely not. Yeah. And that was groundbreaking. And seeing that, and I've always loved to watch this collab of what they're doing. I've always wanted to see TNA and versus WWE, and you always wanted to watch that ever since, back in the day, and you're like, wow, that would have been cool, right? And now you're actually getting it, and it's phenomenal. And Jordan Grace is a huge pioneer for especially being in that Royal Rumble and doing that and carrying that in
Oh
there.
yeah.
Because again, Mickie James was established. You knew who Mickie James was, whether she brings out the whatever title, you can bring anything out there around her waist, but you don't know who Jordan Grace is. But hey, guess what? TNA Knockouts champion.
Oh yeah. And I
Perfect.
mean the crowd definitely knew who she was, although
Oh, of course.
initially I will even say when I heard the part of her entrance at the time with the sirens, I was like, wait, who the hell would have, and then she actually walks out there. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's phenomenal. Great
Oh,
time. Great
oh,
time to be a wrestling fan
oh, for sure. Now, last but not least here, doing her thing with the Judgment Day right now, Roxanne Perez.
I've always thought she was very underrated. And just watching her before the Judgment Day or Judgment Day days per se, I always thought she was just absolutely phenomenal. Loved watching her. Uh, and it's great to see her actually now doing stuff now. It's like, damn, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh yeah.
Some wrestlers, you watch, especially watching in NXT, and you watch even before they even make it to WWE. You're like, that's the talent right there. That's the
Yeah.
stuff right there. And it's great to see Roxanne Perez doing it.
Oh yeah. Although I will admit, when she initially made that heel turn, I'm like, wait, but that's Roxanne
You're
Perez,
like, wait, I can't boo
the
her.
the, the perennial good girl.
Yeah,
But then I'm like, as she got going, I'm like, okay, she's owning it. I can, okay, she proved she proved me wrong anyways, because thinking, oh, the perennial good girl, how's this gonna work? But then, hey, she's doing her thing. She's,
doing her thing. You're right. She's doing her thing. She's killing it.
oh, for sure. Now, I got some random questions, some wrestling related, some not, some nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far.
Okay.
First one. So I give you the question, first answer that pops in your head. First question here. Craziest in-match moment for you?
Craziest in match moment.
Or at least during the show that you were on?
I'm just gonna go with the first one I think of here, and it's a terrible memory, but it's something really funny. Uh, Houston show, drove 4 hours for it. Didn't make one bathroom break. Great time. Great ride all the way down. Right during the show, I get slammed, and this happens to everyone. Not everyone, but this has happened to
It
plenty of
happens. It's
wrestlers.
happened.
You get slammed, and you get slammed a little too hard. Okay, and there's this oh crap moment, this oh shit moment that
Literally.
literally happens. And in Houston, I'm out in front of not that many, 25 people max. I shit myself. I shit myself completely. I'm wearing white pants. I wrestle in white pants, white bell bottoms.
So it's kind of hard to hide it.
You can't just throw that out there. You can't just hide it, right? And you're
Yeah.
middle of the match, maybe at the beginning. So what I did was I rolled out of the ring, and we're in an outside venue, and it's a hole in the wall in Houston. and there's dirt surrounding the ring.
Roll around
So
in
you
the
know
mud.
what? Why not? I'm gonna roll around and I'm just gonna put dirt all over my pants, and nobody's ever gonna know. During the match, I say, "Hey man, I think I shit myself," and he goes, "Oh no shit." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, yes
Literally,
shit, yes shit." And
pun
so
intended.
at the end of the match, he spreads my legs and shows it to the whole crowd. Just shows my stained pants. This dude shit himself. And I have mud all over him, so it's like really hard to know. But that was the craziest in match moment I have had, and I probably won't forget. And
Kind of hard to forget that.
a story that's embarrassing, but it's fun to tell.
Oh yeah, well, one of those that in the moment embarrassing, but you can look back on it and be like, oh god.
I got to the back. It's like, you motherfucker. Man, I was so mad. Oh gosh, you can't.
Oh, I can only imagine. I've heard. You know what? You actually aren't the first person to tell me of a
No, absolutely
shitting.
not.
I although I've not had that moment in the ring, but I've had moments where I joked with my wife that I probably needed a change of pants because I worked about an hour away, and on the drive home, I'm passing this semi on the interstate, and all of a sudden I just hear this loud bang, like really freaking loud, to the point where I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel, like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But then I'm like, oh wait, I'm still going. Still like, okay. And then I look in the rearview mirror, a, a tire on the truck's passenger side exploded.
Ooh, yeah.
Right as I was passing it.
Wow, yeah.
And I had Bluetooth in my car, so I dial up my wife and I'm like, babe,
I think I need
I
that.
think I think I need a change of pants.
Little did you know. Little did you know.
Little did I know. All right, so my next question here. Being the boy band behemoth, I feel like this is a question I had to ask, because it's a question when it comes to boy bands that's been asked since these two groups started. Which one do you prefer, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC, man. I knew the question before you said it. NSYNC all the way, man. Absolutely, dude. You can't get away from NSYNC. And this is a little before my time. But you do the research. It's there's two questions on Earth, and there's LeBron and Jordan, and then there's NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and
Yeah, pretty much.
there's a clear answer. There's a clear answer, and people are always going to debate it, but NSYNC is always going to be number one.
Although I'm gonna go no comment, because my wife is a huge Backstreet Boys fan. So like, I'm like, I feel like if I wouldn't choose them, she would look at me like, what the fuck?
You're not saying they're bad. You're just saying one's better than the other.
Although I did make the joke when playing a Backstreet Boys thing on Facebook. That I'm like, I made the joke to her calling them NSYNC, and she just looked at me like, you son of a bitch.
Fair point, man. You can't do that.
I mean, although the way I tell it to her, it's like, you give me shit all the time. It's only right if I return it every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Not when you're married, no.
But that's the yeah. It could end up in some trouble, but I'm like, if you have, depending on the dynamic, which my wife and I definitely have it, yeah, we'll give each other shit all the time, especially during football season. Being her and all of my in-laws being San Francisco 49ers people, and me being the lone Green Bay Packer in the group, yeah, that gets a little awkward.
Terrible.
that gets a little awkward when you go to watch with that group, and you're just sitting in the back like every time the Packers make a big play, you want to be like, yes.
But you can't do it when you're the only one. Now. You gotta
Not when you're the only one. No, no,
zip it.
no. All right, now kind of related to the last one, but karaoke song. What would be your go-to?
Funny story is it wouldn't be any NSYNC or Backstreet
I was
Boys.
gonna ask.
I'm a huge Ed Sheeran guy, and I'd probably go with something simple like Shape of You, but I'm a huge Ed Sheeran guy. Any Ed Sheeran song I'll know by heart, and I will sing it lyric by lyric. And so I'm going to probably have to go with Shape of You. Honestly,
Okay.
it's just a very basic answer, but I think if I think too much into it or if I get drunk enough, I might change my answer.
I've my wife actually has been to a bunch of Ed Sheeran concerts. In fact, the last one was actually down at the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I was jealous because I was supposed to go, but that didn't.
Gotta get there, man. I got one in October. I'm excited. Excited.
Oh boy, yeah. I wish I've yet to see him. My wife and I have seen a bunch of Luke Combs though.
He's good. He's
Oh
good.
yeah, we actually met him at the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium too.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
I will say when it comes to karaoke for me, I definitely have to be pretty fucking hammered for me to get up there.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Like
there's no other way. There's no sober way of doing it.
the one, and in fact, the one and only time that I've ever actually gotten up, it wasn't even like, I wasn't the one that initially went up there for the song. It was at it was at a after show party for a wrestling show in Fargo, North Dakota. And it, I was fucking hammered. And I was like, I'm recognizing the song, but I'm like, I'm going to walk up, just see and then before I know it, somebody shoves a microphone in my hand and I'm drunkenly singing Puddle of Mud, She Fucking Hates Me.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
Although I get a laugh out of it even more because the now Ruby Soho was actually on that show and actually at that after party. So I'm like, yeah, hey, I made an ass of myself in front of Ruby Soho.
Hey, man, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it in front of important people.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Now, name of a show like I feel like I have to ask this. Favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise, because I know there's plenty of people out there that for one reason or another don't drink.
You
I
know,
do.
but yeah, hey, that is all right, man. That's all right. I started drinking at 25. I'm now 28, so 3 years ago, and I was like, man, what's I doing? Favorite cocktail though, I think I'm still in my party boy phase where drinking's still new to me and everything. But I will order a Long Island tea any day of the week, and I will clean those up every single time because I'm about effective and quick. Hey, let's do this. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah. Although I Long Island's, I do enjoy those. Although I do enjoy a good margarita as much as a lot of people.
Hey, absolutely,
I could tear through some of those real quick.
no problem.
I'm a big, when it comes to liquor, I'm a big whiskey or tequila guy. I got some tequilas. You put that shit in the margarita, you better be freaking careful because you will not be able to tell there's any damn alcohol in it.
Absolutely not. They start going down too easy.
So, and before you know it, you figure out the origins of 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4.
Yep, you do real quick.
Real quick. All right. Now, last but not least for this category, best advice for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Best advice in wanting to get into wrestling: listen. Just listen to people, take it slow. Don't do anything too fast. Don't think you're going to get in there and be a star immediately. Always listen to anyone in the ring and always listen to anyone in the back. Always learn. Continue to learn no matter what. Whether you're 1 year to 10 years into the business, never think you know it all. Never take advice just with a grain of salt, but just always listen and always understand that there are new things to do. There's a new way of portraying this art because again, you evolve and always just try new stuff and always continue to learn. That's the biggest thing that I've learned here in the few years I wrestled.
Yeah. All right. Now, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on the boy band Behemoth,
If
they
you
can go ahead
don't,
and get them there.
If you don't, it's a sad world for you. But Mikey B, the wrestler, I am on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Mikey Barker is my Facebook handle, but yeah, I'm mainly active on Instagram where I am the Mikey B, the wrestler. So um, eventually, I'm hoping to try to get to the point where I can get to be that guy that you Google and you find me anywhere. So.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely the goal. Now, before we go, I'm having everybody that comes on for the Texas Rumble give a message to the MPX fans and the rest of the roster when it comes to the Texas Rumble.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, to all the fans, this is a spoiler. This is just going to let you know right now. I mean, you should tune in just to see the surprise entries. You should tune in just to see everything. But if you just are the busiest person in the world and you can't watch that show, Mikey B is going to win the Texas Rumble. I've already entered. I know I am in it. I am going to win it. And therefore, you will be seeing my face as your new MPX champion soon. But more importantly, I'm going to be your MPX 2026 Texas Rumble winner. That's to the fans and to the rest of the locker room, man. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're even a part of the locker room or if you're a part-time MPX guy, you're gonna get thrown out, whether it's by me or not. But hey, I'm gonna be the last one standing, I guarantee it.
All right. Well, that's about all I got. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. Been an absolute pleasure. Wish you well at the Texas Rumble and beyond. And you are welcome back anytime.
Hey, it was a pleasure being here, pleasure sharing with you. And yeah, thank you. And you have a great night, man.
My issue with this fucking button again. But hopefully I don't get it to freaking